Cleats. I mean cleats. Sorry for saying that wrong.
He became a global sensation the night he walked into the Champions League and walked out with a hat-trick on his debut. Erling Haaland wasn't just scoring goals, he was announcing himself to the world with the force of an explosion. When Erling Haaland smashed the all-time record with 36 goals in a single season, the world didn't just take notice, they stopped and stared. That was the moment the name Haaland stopped being a rising star headline and became a global phenomenon. Raised in the small town of Bryne, Norway, he trained with the hunger of a kid chasing a destiny only he could sense. And when he finally stepped onto football's biggest stages, he didn't rise gradually, he erupted. Welcome to the world of Erling Haaland. He was born in Leeds on July 21st, 2000. A newborn cradled by floodlights. His father, Alf Inge Haaland, already battling in the Premier League. From the start, Erling's lullabies were matchday roars, his crib rocked by the rhythm of football. Then the family returned to Bryne, Norway, trading England's clamour for a town of misty mornings and open fields. Here, his childhood stretched wide as the sky, running, leaping, throwing, a whirlwind of motion. With a father forged by the league and a mother, Marita Braut, honed by heptathlon, Erling grew like a sapling in rich soil, strength rising, balance settling, instinct taking root. He didn't choose one path, he sprinted down many. Handball, races, games in the cold. Each day a forge, each scrape a lesson. When football finally called, he answered at Bryne FK as if drawn by gravity. Coaches saw it immediately. A kid who attacked the game like a storm rolling over calm water. Fast, fierce, inevitable. By 15, he was standing among men, learning their weight and weather, refusing to shrink. The boy from Bryne began to feel larger than the town that raised him, like a tide inching up the shore, certain and relentless. From the moment Erling Haaland stepped onto a professional pitch, there was a sense that something extraordinary had been set in motion. At just 15, he broke into Bryne FK's senior team, moving through defenders twice his size with the quiet certainty of a storm-gathering strength. His early appearances didn't whisper talent. They signaled it loudly, as if he were an untamed force, testing the limits of his own power. That momentum carried him to Molde FK in 2017, where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer helped sharpen his raw edges. Under new lights and stronger expectations, Haaland's game evolved with startling speed. His goals, 14 in 39 matches, felt like tremors from something bigger on the horizon, each one hammering a warning into Europe's consciousness. But it was at Red Bull Salzburg in 2019 that the tremors became a full eruption. Haaland tore through Austria with 17 goals in 16 league games, dismantling defenses with the efficiency of a machine and the hunger of a predator. His Champions League debut hat-trick hit the continent like a lightning strike, sudden, blinding, unforgettable. His move to Borussia Dortmund in early 2020 transformed that lightning into a wildfire. Haaland's debut, 3 goals in 23 minutes, felt almost unreal, as if football itself had been momentarily rewritten. He went on to score 62 goals in 67 appearances, numbers so explosive they seemed to bend reality, culminating with a DFB Pokal trophy he seized with a decisive brace in the final. Then came 2022, when Manchester City unleashed him onto the Premier League. What followed wasn't a season, it was an earthquake. Haaland shattered the league scoring record with 36 goals, and across all competitions amassed 52, more than any player in Premier League history. His hat-tricks came with absurd speed, arriving like repeated thunderclaps before the echo of the last had faded. He powered City to a historic treble, the Premier League, FA Cup, and Champions League, cementing his aura as a force too large to contain. Awards trailed him like a shadow he could never outrun. The Premier League Golden Boot, European Golden Shoe, Gerd Müller Trophy, UEFA Men's Player of the Year, multiple FIFA FIFPro World 11 honours, and a Ballon d'Or runner-up finish, all acknowledging a player who didn't just dominate, he overwhelmed. Even on the international stage, Haaland left marks that felt mythic. At the 2019 FIFA U20 World Cup, he scored 9 goals in a single match, a record so astonishing it sounded like legend. For Norway's senior team, he rose rapidly to become the country's all-time top scorer, rewriting their history with the same ferocity he brought to club football. His career reads like a tale carved in thunder. Each club a new sky, each record a crack of lightning, each goal a reminder that the sport has rarely seen a force quite like him. And though he's already bent the game to his will, the most gripping truth remains. This storm is still gathering. His personal life unfolds far from the stadium lights, woven quietly around someone who has known him since the days when football was still just a childhood dream. Isabel Haugseng Johansson. Their story traces back to the humble fields of Bryne FK, where two kids in the academy crossed paths long before fate decided to pull their lives together. What began as a simple friendship grew slowly over the years, like a small flame waiting for the right moment to rise. As Haaland's career accelerated in Germany with Borussia Dortmund, that old bond resurfaced. According to those close to them, Isabel was the one who sent the first message, a quiet spark that set their relationship in motion at a time when Haaland's world felt louder than ever. When he moved to Manchester City, she joined him in England, not as someone chasing fame, but as someone who had been part of his story from the beginning, anchoring him like calm water beneath a fast-moving current. Despite his global fame, their life together is disarmingly simple. Isabel, once a standout striker for Bryne's women's team, keeps her world low-key, balancing motherhood, a part-time fashion career, and a growing social media presence. Her elegance is subtle, like soft light reflecting off a window rather than a spotlight shining center stage. Meanwhile, Haaland reveals tiny glimpses of their everyday rhythm. Evenings spent playing Minecraft, joking over kebabs and teasing each other about his endless football watching. It's an intimate portrait of a couple whose strongest moments happen when the cameras are off. Their lives changed forever in December 2024, when they welcomed their first child, a baby boy, whose name they've kept private. Haaland announced the pregnancy in his own playful way, tucking a match ball under his shirt after scoring for Norway. Pep Guardiola later confirmed what fans already suspected. Parenthood drew them even closer, forming a new circle of warmth around their already steady partnership. Today, whether they're attending fashion shows in Rome, appearing briefly on social media, or simply living quietly in Manchester, their relationship remains surprisingly untouched by scandal or chaos. More than 4 years together, no breakups, no tabloid wars, just a solid, growing bond, like two trees that grew from the same soil and lean toward the same sun. They've remained rooted despite the storm of fame around them. Haaland himself once joked, "She checked me out first," a line that makes their love story feel even more human, even more real. Now let's get into it. The money. Haaland's wealth is a story of its own. By 2026, his fortune stood at $80 million, a figure built on talent, timing, and the kind of financial momentum that follows only the rarest athletes. His salary at Manchester City forms the core of this empire, with reports confirming an annual income of $38 million, placing him among the highest-paid players in Premier League history. And when City secured him with a massive extension in 2025, his earnings climbed even higher, £525,000 every week, a wage that made him the league's top earner and locked him in until 2034. Like a club doubling down on a generational talent, City built both its future and part of Haaland's fortune at once. But his financial power stretches far beyond the pitch. Haaland's global appeal has turned corporate giants into eager partners. His £20 million a year Nike deal stands at the center of his endorsement empire, a contract as commanding as his presence in the box. Luxury fashion house Dolce & Gabbana adds another layer of shine with a $2.5 million yearly agreement, showcasing him as both athlete and style icon. From Breitling watches to Samsung Norway smartphones to Medea appliances, his commercial reach stretches across industries like a shadow cast by stadium lights. Each partnership funnels millions into his portfolio, transforming his image into an engine of global revenue. Beyond endorsements, Haaland has already planted seeds in business. His equity stake in HyperEasy, the elite recovery tech brand, signals a shift from earning to owning, a move that positions him not just as a face of performance, but as a stakeholder in its future. Meanwhile, market analysts place his professional valuation at a staggering €180 million, about $199 million, the highest in the Premier League, reflecting the economic weight he carries with every goal. His financial trajectory looks almost unreal when traced through the years. At Molde in 2018, he earned about $450,000, modest compared to what was coming. By Salzburg, it leapt to $1.7 million, then soared to $9 million at Borussia Dortmund, paired with $6.6 million in endorsements. In the following seasons, his earnings ballooned, $13.3 million in 2021 and 2022, and then, at Manchester City, $21 million in 2023, along with $19 million from endorsements. It was a rise that felt less like a progression and more like a rocket launch, each year doubling the thrust of the last. Forbes eventually placed him among the world's highest-paid footballers, reflecting not just his income, but the global magnetism behind it. Today, his wealth feels like a living force, powered by goals, shaped by strategy, and expanding with the inevitability of a tide. With a decade-long contract, a web of luxury endorsements, and business investments already in motion, Haaland isn't just accumulating wealth. He's constructing an empire, one that grows with the same ruthless precision he shows on the pitch. Now that we've seen how he makes his money, let's take a look at where all that success has taken him. His homes. His leap into luxury began when he traded his Manchester City centre apartment for a multi-million-pound mansion in the quiet, affluent stretch of Cheshire, settling in the exclusive Alderley Edge area. An address long shared by legends like Cristiano Ronaldo and David Beckham. Like a king choosing his castle, Haaland planted himself in the heart of the region known as the Golden Triangle, a place where wealth pools as naturally as rainfall. He and his partner Isabel were seen touring countryside homes in late 2024 before securing the sprawling 6-bedroom estate. A property easily worth several million pounds and surrounded by the kind of seclusion a global superstar craves. Inside, the mansion feels less like a residence and more like a high-performance sanctuary. Haaland has revealed glimpses of its interior, a space filled with a professional chef's kitchen, a private gym, a specialized red light therapy room, and an outdoor sauna. Everything is arranged with precision, as if the house itself were built to sustain the machine that dominates European football. But that isn't the peak of his real estate ladder. Another property linked to Haaland is an architectural powerhouse, frequently described as a $10 million mansion, complete with a glass-walled gym, an indoor spa, a private pool, and sweeping modern design worthy of a movie set. It's a home that blends serenity with spectacle, like a fortress carved for someone who lives between thunderous stadiums and silent retreat. Even before these massive moves, Haaland had reportedly been connected to the £3 million Hale Barnes mansion, a former Paul Pogba residence available for £30,000 per month, known for its private theatre, wide-open living spaces, and minimalist aesthetic. Whether he rented it or simply explored it, the property marked the threshold of the luxury tier he was stepping into. Now, mansions are one thing, but Haaland's taste on the road is a whole different story. His fleet, valued between £8 million and over $13 million, is a lineup crafted with the same explosive intensity he brings to the pitch. It's as if every engine is an echo of his own power. The centerpiece is his £4 million Bugatti Tourbillon, a machine so ferocious it might as well have been engineered for another planet. Capable of hitting 277 miles per hour, it's the car equivalent of Haaland sprinting past defenders, fast, ruthless, unstoppable. But he doesn't stop at Bugatti. Haaland has a growing love affair with Ferrari. One of his latest sightings was in a £350,000 Ferrari 12-cylindry, a V12 rocket that leaps from 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds. Not long after, he added a striking £320,000 Ferrari 812 Superfast, its 789 horsepower raw, matching the violence of his left foot on match day. He also owns the stunning Ferrari Monza SP2, a $1.4 million roofless, windowless missile built only for those unafraid of the wind. And Haaland fits that mold perfectly. The striker's taste for speed extends deep into Mercedes territory. His £2.7 million Mercedes AMG 1 is a Formula One level hypercar, a machine so wild it feels like a race car slipped into a luxury garage. He pairs it with a £250,000 Mercedes Maybach for quiet dominance and a £130,000 Mercedes AMG GLE Curbstyle for everyday use. Every day, meaning V8 power wrapped in comfort. Of course, no superstar garage is complete without royalty on wheels. His £300,000 Rolls-Royce Cullinan serves as his rolling sanctuary, giving the 6'4" striker space and silence, luxury that fits him like a tailored suit. Still, Haaland keeps one foot on the ground with his Audi RS6 Avant, priced around £110,000 to £120,000, a blend of family practicality and supercar punch. Fans have even caught him casually signing autographs from its window, carrot in hand, like a superhero caught on his day off. And because Haaland's story is never complete without another twist, he recently snapped up a rare Lamborghini Huracan Starato worth about $300,000. With only 1,499 ever made and wrapped in matte green, it's an off-road capable supercar, perfect for a player who thrives where others hesitate. Piece by piece, his garage has grown into a mechanical kingdom. Ferraris like fire, Mercedes like thunder, Bugatti like lightning. Away from mansions and engines, Haaland's luxury lives in details, small pieces that hit like thunder in a clear sky. His first Premier League splurge was understated but unmistakable, a $1,000 Louis Vuitton bag, the kind of quiet flex that hangs off the shoulder like a medal after the final whistle. When he left Dortmund, he didn't just say goodbye, he etched it in steel. Teammates unboxed $16,000 Rolexes, coaches unwrapped $5,000 Omega pieces. In a single sweep of generosity, he dropped over $500,000, a farewell that gleamed like silverware under parade lights. His own wrist tells an even louder story. Haaland's watch trove, about $800,000, includes the limited edition Audemars Piguet Black Panther, a piece as bold as a breakaway run, collected by a man who admits he notices a person's watch before their words. He's even marked milestones with tourbillon grails, wearing a special Premier tourbillon for City's treble parade, timekeeping as trophy. And above it all, the ultimate flex, a $25 million private plane, not a purchase so much as a personal skyline, turning distance into a formality and every departure into a soft takeoff statement. For Controversy, Haaland's fiercest flashpoint was the Haaland-Gyökeres VAR saga. City's goal scrapped after a 6-minute check for his offside interference, while a near-twin Arsenal incident stood a day later, fueling fury over double standards. His tossed line, "Stay humble, eh?" to Arteta, boomeranged after Arsenal thrashed City 5-1, turning into a taunt that stalked him across social feeds. And away from England, he publicly blasted boyhood Bryne FK over sudden contract terminations, an unfiltered snap that lit up headlines back home. And just like that, we step back from the world of Erling Haaland, a world built on power, precision, and a taste for the extraordinary. His life moves fast, shines bright, and grows bigger with every goal he scores. If this journey through his luxury-filled universe left you wanting more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. There's always another story waiting, and I'll be right here to tell it. Until then, keep dreaming big, and I'll see you in the next one.